What's up, YouTube? Ending back again. This past weekend, May 3rd, 2014, on Saturday, we had an LA Regionals. There was about 900 participants. I made top 16. I got 12th place with my deck. This deck, I've been working on it for a while. Made a few changes to it recently with the new set that came out, Dragons of Legend, and it just really boosted this deck to an extreme that it's just like unmatched I feel right now. I mean, outside of like a Curry Bandit play, Curry Bandit's just really powerful in a lot of decks. Going second to that can be hard. It's winnable. It can be hard though. But anyways, I really do feel that this deck is very powerful. Had a great time with it. A lot of stuff that worked on paper worked even better in real life. I really didn't have any problems with it. There was a couple times, no, not a couple times. No, it worked great. I really liked it. I mean, what can you do? There's times where you don't win. There's times where you do. I got 16th place. Got top 16. I got 12th place, and out of 10 rounds, I went X and 2. I lost round 8, and I lost round 10. It was unfortunate, but whatever. Really did enjoy this deck though. I want to do a deck profile on it because I really feel like you guys might enjoy it too. A lot of people are asking me about the build and stuff like that because it looks like a lot of fun. It's just a lot of good cards. Really fun to play. Really like it a lot. Since I have my invites to nationals now, a few of my other friends, well, a good amount of friends actually have their invites already. Unfortunately, finally I got mine. I mean, I'm glad, but it took me a little while. Anyways, I definitely want to take this deck. This is the deck. When I go to nationals, this is the deck I will be playing more than likely. I do have Boojins and Primal Origins will be legal by that point. Maybe something will be different by then. I don't know. But for now, like, this is the deck I'm going to be playing because I really enjoy this deck a lot. This deck's brought me a good amount of success. Just really like this deck a lot. I hope that you guys enjoy it. I'm going to go into the deck. I'll show you guys the cards, and then I'll do some explanations, and we'll go into it after that. So without further ado, we have triple Fire Fist Bear, one Brotherhood of Fire Fist Gorilla, one Wolf Bark, one Thunder King, 2 Fire and 2 Ice Hand, 2 Karkar D, 2 Max C, 3 Tenki, 1 Tensu, 2 Soul Charge, 2 Duality, 1 Dichotomy, triple MST, double Forbidden Lance, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dark Hole, traps, triple Fiendish Chain, double Vandy's Emptiness, 2 Black Horn of Heaven, one Solemn Warning, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 Torrential Tribute. So, with that, the triple bear, really good strong part of the deck. It's still a focal point, or I guess that really doesn't make sense, but it is a really strong part of the deck. Resolving Tenki and Bear is really powerful, puts you really far ahead, especially if you get an attack in there too. Can bring you back. Just really powerful all around. Really simple and just really good. Really did appreciate Bear. Bear is one of my favorite cards. Right next to Tour Guide. Just in nostalgia and everything, but I do love Bear a lot. He brought me a lot of success and it was absolutely great. Gorilla was fortunate enough a few times to get it off to where it acted almost as a 4th bear. Being able to run over monster instead of formations, really potent. And what's more potent is being able to search for back row removal. Just really powerful. Gorilla, really like Gorilla a lot. His ability came in clutch quite a few times actually. One in particular was against Boojins, popping their last back row, which in fact was a Boojin Carnation, which probably would have been their one chance to get out of the situation I put them in, but unfortunately that was not the case. Well, fortunately for me. One Wolf Bark. Wolf Bark was great. You grind your opponent down with the bears and the grills and everything, and Wolf Bark comes in real clutch. Really liked him a lot. Other times you get to extend a little harder with him. With Soul Drain, you're able to bring back another monster for free off of him when you bring him back with Soul Drain. Really liked it a lot. In the same instance, Thunder King Ryo adds to the what the deck's trying to do anyways, which is suppress you and just hold you back. Which it really did do a good job at that. But one thing I really do like about Thunder King, he stops your opponent from searching, so you do everything before that. Blah blah blah. He tributes himself to the grave to negate the effect. He kind of helps protect back row in a way. They try and bait him out, but they're just hitting back row and then they still can't search. Just a lot of good stuff like that. But I really like that he fills himself into the grave for like dichotomy and soul charge, which is really relevant. Being able to like make a board and then have a Thunder King on board like with your other exceeds and stuff like that, and you have like advantage in hand, back row, really strong, hard to crack. Double fire, double ice hand, amazing to say the least. On the Wednesday, on the Wednesday before regionals, just a few days before regionals, talking over the build that I was gonna take with someone, which instead of these monsters would have included two leopards, a rooster, and a spirit. Instead of these cards, a few other changes in the spells, another Tensu, two Gyoko, stuff like that. But after talking with them, talking about the hands and stuff like that, it just seemed like I should not run the three axis build. It's not as fast. This build can be more consistent, more potent, and in fact, that's exactly what happened. The cards that like I did do some testing with it before regionals, but I don't know. It's hard to explain. I didn't know it was going to be as good as what it was, basically. In testing, it was good, but at regionals, it performed outstanding. I mean, I went undefeated till round 8. I lost die roll, watched some Curry Bandit, do some Cool Dragon stuff. As unfortunate as it is, it's really hard to crack. You can lose. You can win game 2. I didn't end up doing that, but I got 2-0'd by this crazy Lightsworn Dragon roller deck with Rainbow Karibos to stop my bear every time. Broken. Anyways. Firehand, Ice Hand, amazing. Tengu on crack, in a sense, really good. Same aspect with Thunder King though. Making a board with a Firehand on board or an Ice Hand, so it's just like wow, I don't even want to get rid of that. Like Exceed, Ice Hand, Firehand, Thunder King, go with back row. Do something. Card again in the original build when I was gonna run the 3-axis build. I really didn't like the idea of Dragon. I hate having to draw the trap card. I hate having to run the trap card because it's like a pseudo trap, especially when your opponent knows it's there. Not that great. I'd rather just summon a card, draw 2 fresh cards. Like after setting up like off of a duality and a tanky and stuff like that. Set some good back row. Have Trench on board for free. Real nice. Double Maxi. The card was really good. I will say that. Did help out a lot, but one thing I will say is I felt more obligated to run the card. Basically, I don't even know what day it was. They finally posted up the Patrick Coben deck profile from when he won the last ARGCS thing, and it was the Dragon deck. I knew a lot of people were gonna be running the Dragon deck, so I wanted to see like how people would be playing it because obviously they're gonna be going off of whoever did the best with it. So watch that deck profile, and one thing that stuck out to me was like it was a comment he made, and he was talking about how he thought that a lot of people would be running Maxi and Vanity's Emptiness, but he felt like that wasn't the case. So I just really felt like that was something it just struck a chord with me. So I felt like I should make the room for 2 Maxi so I can have 2 Maxi and Vanities in the deck. Just a lot more options, a lot more things. Like I get to draw cards off of it, which seemed good for this deck. The more cards in your hand, the better, really. So, just putting that out there. In like regular playing, like even if I went to a locals or something, I probably wouldn't run the Maxi. Nationals, I'll probably have to be obligated to run Maxi. But after regional, I won't main Maxi. Like if you're just playing it like not at an event. You don't have to run Maxi. It's not vital to this deck or anything like that. But I really do like it. Just felt kind of obligated to run it. I felt like I only needed 4 formations. Tensu can clog, Gyokos can clog. Like in certain matchups, Gyoko's not good, and especially a lot of people running dragons. Gyoko's like very subpar against them. The Tensu's really boss, especially with soul charges. You get 2 normal summons, and then you get to special summon if those don't work out. Or if they do work out, it's even better. So yeah, a couple times I did wish I had a second Tensu, but I'd rather not have bricked it or anything like that than having the second one in one instance where I needed it. So not that big of a deal. Soul Charge is obvious. Having these cards having these resources that are having these resources so easily obtainable. There's no excuse for people not to run it. If you say it's too good of a card or anything like that, then you're just not a competitive player, which is fine. But to anyone who's trying to be competitive, you need to run Soul Charge. It's very powerful. There's just a lot of different things you can do with it that are really good, and you just set it, like, regardless if you can't attack. I resolved a Soul Charge and a Dichotomy in the same turn, and just set up a nut board that you can't crack. Just real good. 2 Duality. Even when I was running the 3-axis, I'd put in 2 Duality, and especially in this build, especially someone quite a hefty amount. So, well, not too hefty, especially someone a good amount. But you don't want to be stuck under Duality all the time. Usually I use it main phase 2 if it's not like one of the first cards I use in the duel. It is really good though. I think 3 is just too clunky in this build. And then we have the 1 Dichotomy. Dichotomy was absolutely amazing. I resolved it, I believe, 3 times. Really put me overboard. Emerald is amazing, but drawing 2 is just, it's wow. Like, I remember how good Avarice was, and it's like the exact same thing. Because I'm putting back all the cards I want to put in anyways. It's not like I'm putting back, like, I don't know, stuff that I don't care to put back. It was always good. Another instance, I Dichotomy and Emerald in the same turn, which is really potent. Then you draw into a Tenki, and that's where you need it. 3 MST, 2 lands. Just want to stop back row, obviously. Use Lance wise, or use the MSTs wisely is what I mean. Don't blind space with them. Use them on the Phoenix chains. I didn't see a deep prison all day. A lot of times they're just like, I'd attack, they'd be like Phoenix chain, like MST, and then they have no other response. Like, all right, save the Lance for next time. Real good. Really strong. I don't know. Book Dark Hole. Dark Hole's obvious in this deck. Usually only keep one monster on board at a time unless you're extending over, and then at that point it's probably game anyway, so you didn't need the Dark Hole to begin with. Really helped me out in one of my gear game matches. Obviously, just Dark Hole armor, real good. Then Book of Moon, pseudo trap, but love Book of Moon. Does what another card can't really do. Really versatile. You can use it in a lot of different ways. Actually helped me in one of my wins. Go into that later. We have Triple Phoenix Chain. With Triple Phoenix Chain, the Vanities, I felt like that you can't. It's a lot harder to crack the Vanities, a lot harder to break your back row. So it just seemed more obvious because they don't leave the board. So it just helps out a lot. Blackhorn Warning. Blackhorn's kind of just help you from not having to use the warning so soon. And then it's also, I mean, it just works out that you don't have to pay for it. So it kind of helps with Soul Charge as well. Other instances, your opponent kind of has to overextend to get over what you've done to them, and Blackhorn's there to just say no, which is really unfortunate because that's happened. That, like, what do? Summon armor Fiendish, like get another armor on board Fiendish. Oh man, I guess I should make a gear on Blackhorn. Like, you cleared your board for me, like just by making your, like, I punish you for making moves, you clear your board for me, and then I attack with Bear. That's basically like the gist of it. Bottomless Torrential, obvious. Outside of regionals, I will add in my Compulse again. I ended up cutting out a 3rd Blackhorn and a Compulse for the 2 maxis. Compulse could have been nice in some instances, but for the most case I didn't need it. I didn't go up against Beals or anything like that. I did go against a Leo. I was able to Tiger King over it, so it's not so, like, Tiger King negate it and then be able to do something about it, which isn't so bad, but not the greatest thing in the world. Well, actually it's pretty good. Anyways, yeah, Torrential Bottomless. Again, Torrential, same thing with Dark Hole. You don't keep cards on the board. There's too many cards on the board, so it's not that big of a deal. You don't really want to Torrential your Ice or Fire hands, but going like duality, like card and stuff, and setting good back row, Torrential, really nice. So yeah, we'll go extra deck. Start off right here, if you'll focus. All right. Double Tiger King, 1 Bujinte Kagasuchi, 2 101, 1 Heartland Draco, 1 Dagastar Emerald, 1 Brotherhood of the Firefist Cardinal, 1 Direwolf, 1 Exiton Knight, 1 Dweller, 1 Cowboy, 1 Crazy Box, 1 Maestro, 1 Black Ship. Okay. Double 101 worked out really great. Made a 101 once. It got Veilered. I soul charged. Made another 101. Took the monster. Kagasuchi. I absolutely love Kagasuchi. I don't know. Like, there's two instances. One, I didn't find out the back row, but there's one instance he had 3 back row. Summon Wolf Bark. That's fine. Activate effect. That's fine. Make Kagasuchi. Yeah, that's fine. Mill 5. He's at like 71, I'm at like 32 or something like that, and I've finally winded him down, and I'm able to make Kagasuchi, and I'm just like 25, 25, 25, 25 game. He couldn't do anything about it, and then at the end his back row 2 debunks and MST. Another time it was like the same situation, but I never found his back row. 2 Tiger King, and testing even with the 3-axis, I only wanted 1. I felt like I should just run 2 just in case, and I still didn't need it, so I'm pretty sure I'm not going to run that. If I could get my hands on Giant Hand, that's what I'm swapping out for, but that probably won't happen anytime soon. Exciton Knight, I didn't expect to use it. Never did. You always keep a lot of advantage, even through the formations and stuff like that. There's like maybe one time I could have, but it wouldn't have been worth it. Direwolf on paper, it just didn't work at it just didn't happen at the regionals, like soul charge and then be able to pop something with like say you'd have to bring out like 4 monsters or something like that. But there's like really cool plays with Direwolf and stuff like that. Direwolf and Wolfbark, yeah, 2 wolves working together, really great. Cardinal, really good. I used it once. I use it a lot more in testing, but really like the card a lot. You get to recycle and get rid of stupid cards like Beals and stuff like that. Emerald, I think I used it twice. Once for sure with the dichotomy, and that was amazing. Heartland Draco, never used it. Dweller was really potent. Ice Hands of Water, so it makes my Dweller 2200. And then if 101 comes out, it's 2600. Really powerful. Cowboy's 1 person per game. Never saw Skill Drain, so Crazy Box never came out. Mind Control twice, like 2 different games, and made my stroke, and ended up working out both times, so really good. And Black Ship, I never made the card, never needed anything, but if it would have been there, it would have been relevant, because Soul Charge is everywhere, and you can just burn someone for a game, which actually happened to me. Sucks, but I didn't end up losing the whole match, but I did lose game 1, which was making me sweat bullets a lot. But yeah. So there's the extra deck, and then we'll go on to the side. 1 Effect Veiler, 1 Ferret, 1 Maxi, 2 Zombie World, 1 Mind Control, 1 Twister, 1 Dust Tornado, 1 Full House, 2 Light Imprisoning Mirrors, 1 Soul Drain, 1 Blackhorn, and 2 Debunk. To start off, in all honesty, it's supposed to be like a little engine-ish type thing. Like the 3rd Maxi's in there just in case I play something that special summons a lot, obviously like water or dragons or something like that. But the Ferret and the Veiler, we're supposed to take the place of Maxi in case I played against like a rogue deck or something like my deck, or even like Ophion or something like that. Just something slow. You take out the 2 Maxis and put in the Ferret and the Veiler. They won't clog. They'll probably be there when you need them. They'll be clutch. And they were both actually really good against Ophion. Veiler obviously is really good, but Ferret actually put him. He ran over the Ferret with his Ophion, and it actually put him a point where he was 1600 life. And when I finally got my Baron board, I was able to just attack exactly for game, which is really good. Zombie World, loved it. It was all theory on Friday night. I decided to put it in. Same with Mind Control. Mind Control just made sense. Everything's everyone's running level 4s. The 2 times I set it in, I got it and it worked out. Made my stroke. That's what I did with Mind Control. But Zombie World is supposed to be for Boojins because it's an annoying matchup. But with the hands, it's not that bad anymore. And then with Zombie World, they can't do anything, especially with other stuff that we side that you've already seen. Just really good. I grinded on Boojins game 2, and then I was able to get Thunder King on board, set 3 with the Zombie World. I don't know what they're gonna do after that. Then I had like my little back row package: 1 Twister, 1 Dust, 1 Full House. I never sided in Dust. I think I saw Twister once, but Full House I sided in 3 times. I saw it twice, and both times they resolved. It was really good. Absolutely love Full House. I think 2 for me is too much. I think the 1 Full House is perfect. 2 Light Imprisoning Mirror and Soul Drain. Trying to get those Floodgate cards in there, but Soul Drain was kind of a bad decision on my part because I didn't really think about it. I don't want to shut down my hands, so I think that was bad. I should have, instead of the Soul Drain, I should have put in the third Bandies. But oh well, it doesn't really matter in hindsight. But come Nationals, that Soul Drain will not be in there, and probably the Deaths one either. I'll just keep the Twister in the Full House. But anyways, the third Blackhorn. Really relevant. I lost the game 1 against Ophion. Game 2 I set it in the third, and I kept it in game 3. Ended up helping me. So really nice. Double debunk again. Come Nationals, probably be running 3 of those bad boys. Should have run 3 of those and the third Bandy's emptiness, but it didn't happen. That wasn't the case. Whatever. Blah blah blah. I will eventually change my deck as time progresses. As maybe when Primal Origin comes out, I'll show you the changes to the deck. Definitely loved it. I'll do an overview. Here are all the monsters. Really, I absolutely love this deck. Obviously, you can tell that I love this deck from the enthusiasm about it. But just had like a really great time with it. The spells were amazing. Worked the way they should. Soul Charge busted, obviously. Dichotomy was amazing. Going Dichotomy, Soul Charge, or Dichotomy... Dichotomy... Doesn't even matter. If you resolve a Dichotomy, it's broken, like especially with a Soul Charge. Dichotomy Emerald, that was what I was getting at. Dichotomy Emerald was really good. Dichotomy Emerald Denki's even better, which is what I did. Traps, loved them. Would have liked a bit more. Hopefully I can fit those in eventually. Really liked that a lot. I like everything in this deck, obviously. Side, the Ferret came in clutch that time. Veiler was cool. I'll take out the Dust. Take out the Soul Drain for sure. Everything else will possibly Zombie World's staying in there for sure because Bujin's. Everything else I don't know for now. It could possibly change. It could possibly not. But yeah. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck. I definitely enjoyed it. It's absolutely amazing. You guys should definitely play test it. I had a great time with it. I think you guys will like it too. Has a lot of solid plays. Lets you utilize Dweller a lot, which I really like. I always hate the Dweller 1700 in like generic decks, but in this deck you get to make it 2200. And again, like I said, the 101. If it comes out with a Dweller, it comes 26. If Dweller has Ice Hand underneath it, that's really potent. It's really strong. I just had like such a great time with this deck. Definitely gonna try to take it to Nationals unless something changes. I do want to get the Artifact deck, but maybe I'll just cater this deck to try and like match that deck. We'll see what happens as time goes on. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope some of you test it. Message me how you do. I'd really like to hear from you guys. Yeah, if you guys think I didn't cover something well enough, or if you have some questions, please let me know. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you again for watching. I love this deck. Bear's the best. And Doom out.